Hey guys, what's up? It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. Today we are going to talk about Bulletproof coffee. I have not had any today, so don't think I have. But I've been doing some research and I've been going around and getting information about it. And first of all, that I want to cover, something that I want to tell you right now is it's not cheap. And I know probably there's hacks to it. Crystal is probably definitely one of the people that is going to be an advocate for finding cheaper ways to do Bulletproof coffee. It's an initial investment. Coffee that I drink the little cheap-ass can of $2.50 coffee and some creamer, and it's usually pretty cheap, about $5-10 a week, maybe max. This is a little bit more of an initial investment. So you're going to need MCT oil, and you can go online and get cheap as you want, whatever you can do. Liquid stevia, and this is because you guys are always giving me a hard time about getting drinking sweet and low. So I did the liquid stevia, which is natural. And this, also you're going to need Kerrygold grass-fed pure Irish butter. You don't have to have this brand. This just happened to be the cheapest one near me. And coconut oil, the actual white oil. And those are the 4 ingredients, plus obviously you need coffee. Without coffee, you're not going to be very effective. So, I want to talk a little bit about it before I actually show you how to make some. Obviously, it's really easy. All you have to do is combine these ingredients in a cup of coffee, but I'll give you the exact ingredients that I use. First, I want to tell you what a couple of these things are and explain them for you real quick. MCT oil, basically, all it is medium chain triglycerides. So basically, it's the steroid version of this. It's extra refined and highly concentrated. They're exactly the same thing. Basically, it just takes all the superpowers out of this and bottles it up into this. This is about twice the price of this guy. So remember that. It also has, by doing that, by refining it, you actually get about 7 to 8 times more concentrate of caprylic acid, which is really good for immunity and other things. Also, it's good for intermittent fasting as far as Bulletproof coffee is concerned. I will say I'm not going to be a huge advocate of something like this every day in addition to an Atkins diet or a regular daily regimen. And the reason for that is, yes, it makes you feel fuller longer. Yes, it helps you stay in ketosis and it doesn't kick you out because you're not using the sugars or the carbs or anything like that. But on the other hand, it can be very high in calories. As you'll see, the cup I'm about to make could be between 400 and 500 calories. You can get down to like 2 or 3, and you can get all the way up to like 6 or 7, depending on what you like as far as flavor. So yes, it's good for intermittent fasting because it's going to be a nice thing in the morning to be able to take it in the morning, and then it's going to stale you over to 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Keeps you nice and filled, full, satiated, completely satiated, however you say the word, the entire day, which is really cool. But in the same sense, if you're drinking this and then going right into like an Atkins breakfast or something and then continuing with the snack a couple hours later and then lunch, this is bad. This is bad. This probably needs to be at least a meal replacement, and I am a huge advocate of not replacing coffee with a whole food breakfast. So if you're in a rush, if you're in a bind, you know you're not going to be able to cook breakfast, you know you're not going to be able to do that, this could be a good go-to if you're doing intermittent fasting. Basically, all you're going to do is and start slow with the MCT oil because it gives you the shits, I guarantee you, mark my words. MCT oil, do a tablespoon of that, a tablespoon of coconut oil. And just to give you an idea real quick, that's 100 calories per tablespoon. Coconut oil, 120 calories per tablespoon. The Kerrygold butter, it is 100 calories per tablespoon. There's no calories in this. There's not even really any nutrition facts. But I will say, and that's all you do in a regular cup of coffee. And I would say probably about a tablespoon, and that's going to say tablespoon, right? Yeah, tablespoon. So 3 tablespoons, and then a drop of this guy. If you're not used to this, if this is new to you, go slow. Just like with the MCT oil, maybe start with a half a tablespoon of this guy and 1 drop of this. And obviously, if you need to go up from there, go ahead. I would go up slow though, and the only reason I'm saying that, I'm not saying that necessarily because you're going to get the shits or anything. I'm saying it specifically because every time you go up even a little bit with something like this, or a little bit something like this, or this, you're increasing your calories 100, 200, 500, 600. So be careful, be very careful. I will make myself a cup right now, and I'm going to let you know how I feel. Stay with me. Okay, the coffee's done brewing. So, did you see that? What? That's crazy. Don't be doing that. That's awkward. I hate when I flex on the camera because then afterwards when I watch it, I'm like, you and your little muscles, John. It's horrible. Okay, so I have my coffee and everything else. Oh, one thing I didn't get to cover. You know, I told you it was kind of expensive. Here's the breakdown real quick. The MCT oil, obviously, is going to be plenty of servings. Let's see how many it says. Servings. 32. So 32 cups of coffee if you're at 1 per serving. This is going to get a mess. I should have got a knife, but I did not. 32 cups of coffee. And that's $20. The coconut oil is $10. The liquid stevia is $10. I know that little bottle. And the butter was $4. I put $40. It was definitely not $40. It was $4. So that being said, the butter's probably going to go pretty quick. But the come on. Sorry. The liquid stevia, if you can see that right there, probably not, 145 servings. And it even says serving size is 7 drops. So if you're only using a drop or 2, that's going to be a hell of a lot less. I would say that, and yes, this is my first time opening this. You guys should be proud of me. I switched from the sweet and low. One drop, and it is super concentrate. So please, please, please be careful. Don't just jump into it like you're a crazy man. And then we're gonna do. I should have got a knife. Does anybody got a knife? You got a knife? Do you have a knife? Because that would be awesome if you did. Okay. I got a couple hours till I get on the plane, by the way. I went on this random freaking last minute mission to do all this before I go rush off to the plane. So we have 1 tablespoon of the MCT oil. And we can actually just drop that in there. Be careful not to spill this, guys, because obviously $20, $30, $40, $44 it's cost to get this going. This has been out of my league for a long time. Crystal, I blame this on you because I didn't even hear about it until you started talking about it. I did hear about it, but I know you're a pretty good advocate of it. Please don't do this all the time. This is not something that you want to do every day. That's my first time buying coconut oil, and it smells actually pretty damn good. A nice little stir here. Oh, by the way, the MCT oil that I bought specifically, I paid a little bit more. I could have got one for like 12 bucks, but I liked that it had vanilla and hazelnut in it. says it's good for weight management, thermogenic, spares lean body tissue. Pretty good. There's been a lot of studies on specifically MCT oil and specifically coconut oil. Not very promising results. That's why if you use it for a weight loss thing, I just want you to use it to be able to stay over hunger throughout the course of a day when you're doing intermittent fasting or you don't have time to prep a meal. Be stronger than your excuses. You have time to prep a meal. So 1 tablespoon of the coconut oil, and that was a big ass tablespoon. So I actually don't know. Hopefully this keeps me up like literally all night. Not literally all night. This time tomorrow I will actually be in New York City. So I hope you guys are excited to see New York City and Times Square, because I am. I'm excited. And just give it a nice little stir. Kind of curious what it smells like. It smells like butter. It tastes like black coffee. That's what it tastes like. We're gonna need a couple more shots of the sugar. Oh shit. I just put the whole damn vial in there. I do kind of like that it doesn't have that cream taste, because that kind of got... Okay, that's a lot better. That is a lot better. So, I will say the verdict is that I think try it, but I think don't go crazy. And the reason I say that is because not only is there lots of butter and oils and stuff like that, those aren't necessarily a bad thing. It's not about that. It's just I don't want you to be eating or drinking those in excess because of the calorie content and everything like that. Especially, the biggest rule of thumb is if you're consuming more calories, then you need to be expelling just as much, if not more, than you were before. So if you add something like this to your regular regimen, you need to be out there kicking ass and taking names and working out even harder if you're adding this in addition to all your food. If you're not, which I recommend you don't, I would say just do this as an every once in a while thing if you're tight on time or anything like that. It is funny because it has like a yellowish brown look, and it's actually pretty damn good. I give it a thumbs up for taste. And I can definitely tell that that's going to keep me full for a while. You guys, if you liked our videos, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. I hope you like this video because this is how to make bulletproof coffee and kind of a quick run through on what it's going to take. I would say with these ingredients, I'll probably get through 20, maybe 30 cups of coffee. So, all in all, it's not bad. It is a little bit more expensive, but hey, if you think about what it's going to save you, you know, 2-3 meals throughout the day, if you're in on a time crunch and you're not going to be drinking it every day, it could last you, you know, 4 or 5 months or something like that. It could be worth it. So, you guys, if you're new here, please check out our Facebook group, Healthy Living for a Healthy Life. And again, I'm Jonathan with One Big Impact. Remember to spread love, not hate, and have a beautiful day and be stronger than your excuses. Peace.